Hello, this is Tony with Kate's Crafty Closet with another tips, tricks, and techniques with T, or as I like to call it, TNT with T. So, in the video that I posted the other day was using some of this flock transfer from Deco foil to cut out the high heel from the Heels on You stamp set from Ink on 3. So, I want to show something that you can do with the leftovers from the so here are my leftovers from the flocking, and I happen to have a little bit of leftover of my foil that I used on a project previously. So don't throw away your foil pieces when you're using them. So here we go, and I went ahead and put some of this double-sided adhesive from Elizabeth Crafts onto some white cardstock. And I did a little test on how this would work, and it worked pretty good. So I'm just going to peel back some of that release paper. You can see I already have some of that. So you basically, and I'm based on my previous tries, just do it once, because what happens is this adhesive is super sticky. It pulls off the paper as well, so you don't want to do that, because if that happens, you have a big white spot in there. So just take one area and go over it once. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this area. I'm just going to burnish it down. Try not to touch that adhesive because it is super sticky. If you want to use your bone folder, you can. And I'm just going to lift it up off of there and see how it transfers the flocking. And you can use this for a die cut. So we're going to go in with a little bit of foil too, and make sure that doesn't happen to you. But see, happy mistake right there. And also make sure you put the foil on the right side as well too, and it won't be all sticky like that. So here I'm just going to mix up the flocking with the foil, so then I can use a die cut, whether it would be a word, or it can just be like a heart, a flower. It's kind of like whatever you want. And I'm just going to go on, keep going until all the stickiness is pretty much covered. And remember, don't forget your foil pieces. And the foil is the easier way to fill in some of those sticky gaps that you may have, since I have a lot on here. And it'll pick up, and I just love the mixture of that green and that black flocking, and you're going to have a nice little texture to it. See, once the adhesive is gone, you're good to go. And so I'm just going to finish off the flocking part. And like I said, try not to go in too many, because it'll start pulling off that paper. Because yes, I did do that. I should have kept it to show it to you, but I cleared it off my work surface because it was sticky. Alright, so got a couple more areas that I can get some of that flocking off of, and then we're going to go in with the foil. Like I said, no wasting, right? We don't waste. So this is just a way to use up some of your stuff. And you can use this as a border on a project, on your card, scrapbook page, mixed media piece, anything you want to do. I just think that it's kind of cool. It just really has a nice shine, and when you touch it, it has that furry texture of the flocking. So do we have any more flocking on here we can use? I think so. Let's just grab some. And if you're too concerned about it ripping, just don't press down too hard. And it just all depends on how strong your adhesive is. If you're using some other double-sided tape, not as bad, but this one in particular from Elizabeth Crafts, see how I'm referring to the piece of paper? So there, you got to see an error, which is okay, because that just kind of adds value to the piece. And I'm just going to finish off this strip using the remaining foil. And like I said, here's another error. Put it on the right side of the foil where it will release, like shiny side up, not shiny side down. Okay. See, I like how I can show you my errors, because I know I'm not the only one who makes them. And sometimes it's just the lighting in here. I can't see it as well as I would like to. But just the fact of the matter is, have fun with it, play with it, use up your scraps. And if you don't have enough scraps to fill up this adhesive part, just go ahead and put that release paper back on it. But I like this look, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to see if I can grab, and even like that little white piece in there, it doesn't bother me. I'm just seeing if I can get some more of that flocking up on this side. And I am getting a few areas. So I just think this is another way to use up our leftovers and our scraps. We don't have much stickiness going on over here. And if we do have a little bit too much stickiness, throw some powder on it, or your embossing buddy, or some just regular flour. That'll work too, right? So there we go. So now I have these pieces that I don't feel so bad throwing away, because I've used them, and I've used them to the best of my ability. So there you have it. I will link the products that I used today in the description box below. Make sure you check out my social media as well. And my Facebook group, I do lives, and we do giveaways, and we do swaps and all of that fun stuff. And you can share your projects in there. So again, thank you for joining me. You all have a crafty day, y'all.